You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. We are going to do a Clarey test on somebody that you could probably already have the answer to. And I remember looking at this guy before. And that is Bernie Sanders. Now, from what I remember, Bernie Sanders is the son of a carpenter or something like that, a blue-collar guy. And then he went into the union. I think he worked 23 seconds in the private sector. And then at like 18, wanted to run for city council and all that. And has ever since, for the past, what is he, how old is he? Beep-a-deep-a-doo, boop-a-deep-a-dee, born 41, baby boomer fuck. So 41, 18, let's just say 20, 60, 1960, God almighty. Fucker has been in public office for 60 years. What the fuck? And then, no, you intelligent, you so open-minded, you're smarter than everybody else. Fucking millennials and leftists in general think that, like he was the not establishment candidate. I say, yeah, about the only person who could be more establishment than Bernie Sanders would have been Hillary Clinton. Like, you had to be married to and sucking the dick of a president, although I doubt she's even seen. Well, I guess she must have. Chelsea's around. Maybe she closed her eyes. What is it? But that's the only way. You know, the fact you left this thing, Bernie Sanders is not establishment. Holy shit. You are proof positive that the world, that you should not work hard and tell people truth. There are so many dupes and suckers out there that you should just become a Democrat politician and lie to these sheep. And so Bernie Sanders is indeed this wolf in sheep's clothing you guys lined up. You lined up to buy this slop. Sucker born any minute. All right, so let's do the Clarey test on Bernie Sanders. Remember, it is a 4-question test, and you want to score 0 points because a score of 0 means you are a great person and someone that you probably would trust to run for office. And then also the secondary test is that, would you like to have a beer with this guy? So, let's take a look at whether he comes from money. Bernie Sanders, born in Brooklyn. His father, Elias, was born in Poland to a Jewish family. Oy vey. Immigrated and became a paint salesman. His mother was born in New York City. Immigrants. Wikipedia just can't stop masturbating over your ethnicity. Sanders became interested in politics at the early age. A guy named Adolf Hitler won election in 1932, and he won election in 50 million people. So he doesn't come from money. He doesn't come from money. What did he study? He has a bachelor's of art in political science, so he has 0 points because he did come from a relatively poor family. He was not rich. He majored in politics because he was a lazy fuck and didn't want to work. That's what it is. Does he have any real-world experience? Early career. Well, at the University of Chicago, Sanders joined the Young People's Socialist League. Right off the bat, a lazy fuck. 62, he led a rally. 63, he marched. Activism, I'm just looking for any kind of worked as. After graduating from college, professional history. 2 sentences in his professional history. Pages in his Wikipedia entry. 2 sentences in his professional history. After graduating from college, Sanders returned to New York City, where he initially worked a variety of jobs, including Head Start teacher, bullshit, psychiatric age, bullshit, and carpenter. In 1968, Sanders moved to Vermont because he had been captivated by rural life. After his arrival there, he worked as a carpenter, filmmaker, and writer. You know what? No, you don't get. Yeah, he sold radical film strips and other educational materials to schools. He also wrote several articles for the alternative publication, the Vermont Free. So this guy sounds like the original worthless millennial social justice warrior, just without the internet. You don't get any credit for working. What did you work as a carpenter as? Just so you can, maybe make your money and get by? No. So he gets a point for that. So he has no real world working experience. He has a worthless degree. And yeah, ever since he's all over the place. He's Liberty Union, anti-war, mayor of Burlington, 1980. So he was 29 years old. He saw you in House of Representatives. Just look at him. Look at his 1990 congressman picture. He just looked like a fucking washed up piece of shit professor. He's worthless. He's a worthless parasitic fuck. You can genetically tell by looking at his face that this guy's never done an honest day's worth of work and he's just looking to parasite off of you. You know, Lamprey's got the teeth. That's what Bernie Sanders' face looks like. It's the same thing. So he's got a solid 3. It's kind of sad that he came from relatively humble beginnings and he didn't learn anything. But you could tell right off the bat, this guy had no desire to work a real job. He had no desire to support himself. And you sheep, you paid the taxes to let it happen with this guy because he promised you free shit. The guy gets a 3. I believe there's probably an element of honesty among Bernie Sanders that he was honest about being a socialist. At least he's got that going for him. But this guy is a lazy parasitic fuck. He has produced nowhere near the value that he has consumed in society. Nowhere near. But you know what? You kids are edgy because you're going to vote for Uncle Bern. Alright, that's all we got. If you guys got questions, go to assholeconsulting.com. We're on the Clarey test for you. We're on Praxi, the app, all that other shit. Just go look up my fucking shit. I'm there on the internet. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.